If you've had a scan that shows your baby isn't developing as expected, you might be offered a prenatal sequencing test, which you may hear referred to as R21. This is a test that takes a close look at the genome, which is the body's instruction manual. This manual is made up of a series of chemical letters called DNA. Sequencing tests read these letters to look for spelling mistakes or changes in your baby's DNA. We all have some of these genetic changes. Some are inherited from our parents, and some occur by chance at conception. Most are harmless and create our individual differences, but sometimes they can cause health problems. The test will focus on the parts of the genome where the changes that explain unusual scan findings are most often found. The test compares 3 samples ideally, the baby's and both of the parents. If only one parent is available, the test can still be done, but it can be more difficult to get a result. Having samples from baby and parents helps the medical team understand which changes in your baby's DNA are likely to be harmless changes passed down by parents, or changes that could explain what's been seen on scans. Once the sample is received by the laboratory, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to do the test, but sometimes it might take longer to receive your result. There are a number of possible results that you could receive. A relevant result means the test has detected a genetic change that definitely explains the scan findings, meaning a diagnosis has been found. This may provide more information to help doctors explain the outlook for your baby. It could help you make a decision about your pregnancy. No relevant result means that prenatal sequencing has not managed to find a diagnosis. In some cases, the medical team may learn more about your baby later in pregnancy or after birth, and a diagnosis may be found then. If you do not get a diagnosis, it is still possible that your baby has a genetic change that could affect their health. This is because the test does not look for all possible genetic changes. The test only looks for changes that might explain the scan findings. You might also receive what's known as an uncertain result. Researchers are still learning about the genome, so sometimes a finding is not clear. In these cases, a genetic change is found which could explain the scan findings, but more tests or information are needed to be sure. Further tests will depend on the situation and might be carried out during the pregnancy or at a later point. Occasionally, the test could result in an incidental finding. This is an unexpected result, which is not related to the scan findings. For example, because the test looks at samples from parents as well as baby, it could find a genetic change that increases the chance of a parent developing an unrelated health condition. The test will also show if both parents are related to the baby. Whatever the result of the test, your healthcare professional will discuss the results with you, help you understand what the results could mean for you and your baby, and take you through the options for next steps. You can use this information to help you consider your options. Waiting for test results and considering your options once you've received them can be difficult. Support is available from the charity Antenatal Results and Choices.